Welcome back. In this video, we're going to take a look at 3 videos that Bethesda actually dropped earlier in the week, revolving around different stories that we can expect to see in Starfield. And I would have liked to have gotten this video out earlier in the week, actually on Tuesday when these videos dropped, but I was actually busy for most of the week. So I figured instead of rushing something out there, I'll just wait and get this out on the weekend. So if you haven't heard or seen, Bethesda did drop 3 new Starfield Settled Systems videos, and basically they are stories revolving around the 3 major cities. So I'll go through each one and then give my take on the videos. The first one that we got is called The Hand That Feeds. And it's a story of 2 neon street rats called Ada and Harper, who are partners in crime, eking out a living stealing from the wealthy partygoers that come to the pleasure city of Neon to let loose. They trade stolen things for the things they need to survive, like weapons. It appears that Ada has ambitions to not just be a street rat forever when she sees Ryusian Industries logo on a card and on the side of a tower. When Ada and Harper respond to noise down the alley, Ada noticed a scared man carrying something with the Ryusian Industries logo. Ada then tries to stop Harper from stealing or killing the man, but Harper doesn't want to be stopped. This is where Ada is presented a choice. Either rob the man like they had countless times before, or stop her partner Harper in hopes of a brighter future. Ada stops Harper and helps secure the scared man, which takes Ada to the Ryusian Industries tower. The second story video that we got this week, Where Hope is Built, is about the story of an Achilles City orphan, Vana. Vana is trying to repair a ship, but realizes she needs to replace a part to get it to work. So she makes her way through the Achilles City, asking people if they have a suitable replacement part for her broken part. After no luck of finding a replacement part, she comes to a statue pointing in a direction. Then we find out why Vana is trying to leave Achilles City, as we get a cutscene showing that she lost her family in the Colony War while they were fighting in Mechs. Vana follows the direction the statue is pointing, which leads outside the safe city walls. After going outside the walls, she sees an old man being held at gunpoint, and she is faced with a choice to intervene or not. Vana chooses to intervene by running up behind the gunman and knocking him out. The old man she saves is so grateful he tries to pay her, but Vana spots something way more valuable to her than credits. Vana goes over to a broken down ship and removes the part she needs to fix hers, and asks the old man if she can have the part, which he delightfully agrees. Vana goes back to her ship, repairs it, and leaves Achilles City and her past behind. The third story video that we got this week is called Supra et Ultra, and it's the story of a New Atlantis courier called Kent. When Kent first arrives in New Atlantis in his rust bucket of a ship, Kent is amazed at the look of the city. Kent seems to want more out of life than just being a courier, which leads him to the UC Vanguard. This is where Kent is faced with a choice. Join the UC Vanguard and go on crazy adventures, or don't and do his same old thing. Kent accepts the risks that come with joining the Vanguard, and we'll find out the rewards were all worth the risk. He has many adventures exploring broken ships and various combat missions where he is rewarded handsomely. After all his adventures, Kent winds up becoming a big timer in New Atlantis and relaxes on the balcony of his very spacious home, but soon realizes that he enjoys the thrill of the various adventures that space has to offer, and that is what he was truly seeking all along. So those were the 3 animated story videos that were released earlier this week, and some of my impressions about them, that they were very well animated and very cool. It was really neat to see kind of the stories and backgrounds that we could probably come across and choices that we could probably see in Starfield. And probably the main takeaway I do have here is Bethesda is showing how choices you make open doors for your story to change and evolve. I think it would have been neat if they would have showed off if the characters would have made the other choice and seen what kind of path that would have led them down. But these were just animated story videos, just showing maybe some backstory and just what the game has to offer. But the one that was set in Aquila City, the story about Vanna, there was a scene where there was a look back to some mechs being used, but I don't really think that's going to be mechs in the game. I think that's just kind of giving a backstory of Vanna, not so much of features or mechanics that are coming down the line, or at least not in the base game, maybe in a future expansion, as I think that scene's just more of telling you how she lost her family and just filling in a little bit of the backstory of why she's trying to leave Aquila City. And we do know Todd Howard has said there is no land vehicles in Starfield, and I would classify mechs as land vehicles. We also see in these videos that 2 of the ships actually need maintenance, or the ship not performing well, as the first one, Vanna, is trying to repair her ship, and the second, with Kent, when he first arrives to New Atlantis, we see the ramp lowering, but it gets stuck for a second. So is there going to be some kind of maintenance mechanic for our spaceships? Well, I'm not really inclined to think that Bethesda is showing off gameplay mechanics here, and is really just more of telling a story with these videos. But it was also interesting to see that they actually showed off Kent in what appears to be his home on New Atlantis. So I think that is a pretty good look at homes without having to select the starter home trait for your character. Now these 3 videos have me a little curious if they will have more things to show off here in the coming weeks, because they could have just done one of these videos over the next 3 weeks leading up to release, instead of dropping all 3 of these this week. Now, I guess some questions I have about these 3 videos is Bethesda telling these stories are possible for us and our characters, or are these characters already in the game and we're just getting a little bit of a backstory on them? And if they are already in the game, will these be able to become companions? Let me know what you think. And also, which one of these 3 did you like the most? Alrighty, take care.